Hi everyone, it's Sarah from Plan Sarah Plan. Welcome to my plan with me for May 26th through June 1st. Welcome to my channel, everyone. This is Viewers' Choice Week. So the wonderful members of my Facebook group voted on a theme for this week's plan with me, and the theme they chose is Spin the Wheel. And so what I've done, having no idea other than I was going to somehow create a wheel for this, is I loaded up a randomizer with lots of different Erin Condren options to decorate this spread with. So there are some writing tools, there are some stickers, washi tape, stencils, other tools, even some things that you might have even forgotten exist, like this little asterisk tape runner that was a part of one of our seasonal surprise boxes several years ago. I don't know if the randomizer will choose it, but things like that, everything I could think of. And if this is a hit, then maybe we'll have even more ideas to load up the randomizer with for another one of these in the future. But I just want to say that I'm glad you're here. If this is your first time visiting my channel, I don't normally plan this way. I normally have like something that is kind of easy to do, like using a sticker kit or, that's basically what I normally do. But this is going to be an adventure and I don't even know what's going to happen. I did try to make this all colorful options so that at least I won't have competing color schemes. So I didn't put any choices in here that were going to clash, I hope. All right, so let's just get started and see how this goes. I'm going to push the button. I'm going to keep it here, but let me show you how this works. I think it's just called Spin the Wheel, or no, it's called Decide Now. That's the name of the app. Okay, something mid-century circles. So let me go find something. Here's my mid-century circle sticker book, and it's a lot used up. So I clearly like mid-century circles because I've used a lot of this up. I have a ton of these. And there's a mid-century circles and all these half circles, event labels. I think though, since I have a ton of these, I ought to use oh look, we have some pretty mid-century circles washi tape, but let's go with this and use them like, let's see if this would work, if we covered up our dates. I think it would, but they're washi, so these dates might show through. So I'm going to white out the dates, and of course I will have to put numbers on these. I don't want to just get rid of my dates, but that is for the newbies. So let's try on this page that, and I can't see the number through it now. And I'm just going to go down the line here. So orange is next. And I don't know if I have any day of the week stickers that are Erin Condren. And this does not have to be Erin Condren. But mid-century circles is definitely Erin Condren. But I can use other things besides Erin Condren. It's just spin the wheel. So I will probably have to use something other than Erin Condren to put some numbers on here. And I'd already gotten out some Boulder Bond numbers because I have a lot of leftovers. And they may be able to stick on washi. We will find out. And one more. Okay, so those are all mid-century circles, and the Boulder Bond numbers that I got out that have the dates that we need are right here, and they're just black and white. So the question will be, will they stick? I think so. I think so. So let's just put 26 through June 1st on here. Does that cover up the mid-century circles too much though? Putting it in the middle like that? Like, should I do that? Maybe I should, y'all. Oh yeah, it's sticking really well. actually, but we can see more of that mid-century circles design if we do it that way. So let's do it that way. And what are we on? 28. And today, by the way, is my 40th wedding anniversary. And my husband and I have had a great Saturday afternoon and morning. Right now, though, he is working on getting the fountain that's on our back patio cleaned up, because over the winter it gets all awful. And it's a really old fountain. And he's just going to clean it up and put some dry lock on it. And maybe by this evening, we will be able to sit on the patio and have some water in the fountain. But I don't know. That might be too ambitious because the dry lock might not be dry at that point. Okay, so there we go. We did mid-century circles. Let's put this back. And how about this? Let's make a rule. My husband says I love rules. Let's make a rule that if we spin the wheel and land on this same thing twice, we get rid of it. Does that sound good? Or should I go ahead and get rid of it after getting it once? I don't know. Maybe we're going to need more things than this. I don't know. Let's leave it on twice. And then if we do spin the wheel in the future, we'll learn from this if that wasn't a good idea. So we've had MCC once. Now, use an Erin Condren washi tape. All right. Okay, I just went over to my caboodle, so to speak, my Erin Condren caboodle. I have a lot of Erin Condren washi tape in there. And I pulled out these two Woven Wonders, and I got this one, which I loved when it came out. It was in a surprise box, this plaid one. And I have lots more too. But look, I did have some Erin Condren date dots. So I think I'm not gonna make you endure this. I'm gonna swap out my Boulder Bond, even though those are great. I'm gonna swap those out for Erin Condren metallic date dots real quick. Okay, all of the dates are swapped out for the Erin Condren metallic date dots. And I'm just gonna use this lighter choice between these two of Woven Wonder, which is an old Erin Condren pattern. And I'm gonna top off each day with Woven Wonder. And that way I am getting started removing the color scheme on the page, which may not end up being helpful, like the color scheme might not be helpful. So let's just get rid of it. But I have decided, I decided a few months ago, I'm not going to go ahead and pre-place stickers like that. Now what am I going to do here? We got to come back and think about that. Don't know. Okay. Did you all like Woven Wonder when that was one of the color schemes or themes? I liked it. It wasn't my favorite, but I liked it. We could cut this in half and do like a, let's do that. Let's make it skinny. I could have done that here, actually. Maybe we're going to do that. Let's cut this in half roughly and put down part of it here. And we could take part of it over here. I bet this will lift up because it's not a real sticky washi tape. Yeah, let's put that one here. Okay, good. All right, we did it. And let's put this on the sticker scraps page. I've already flipped over to June, but you know what? I'm counting this in my May spreads since this is mostly May. So let's put this on the May sticker scraps. Okay, next. Use something harmony. Okay, that's another Erin Condren theme from a couple years ago, and I'm sure I have some harmony. Here is my harmony sticker book, but I think it's a hodgepodge actually, because this is from, well, this is definitely harmony. This is harmony. Okay, and this is Hello Kitty sticker subscription. Hello Kitty. Now that's something I could put in the wheel next time is some Hello Kitty. I can even add it this time if we want to. So see, some of this is not part of my Harmony sticker book. That's why it was so packed. Okay, this is Harmony. So we have these. Now, I'm not going to count that as being Harmony because it doesn't have any of the design on it. It's just the color scheme. But I could count these. These. The circles are kind of neat. Okay, that's it. These are 1.5 inches wide, so let's play it safe and use one of these guys. Although I really like these, I'm not sure where to put them, but I could use those. I could use one of these for sure. This is a really easy thing to use because it's an event label, shopping list, important dinner plans. But I think what I'm going to do is turn one of these into a church sticker. I love this color, so let's put this down first. I might end up just writing church on this, and since it's the same color as that divider, I'll just leave the divider. And look, it's not exactly 1.5 inches, so I'm going to scoot it. Not exactly 1.5 inches, so we'll just leave like 1/8 of an inch on each side. Nope, we're going to leave 1/16 of an inch on each side. How's that? There we go. Let's layer. How about one of these that coordinates with it? This could be the time, and I do piano at church this week. So let's do this. Let's put the time that church is in that little circle. And then I can just write underneath it. Oh, we could even use an asterisk. Maybe not. Okay, let's just write on that. 11 a.m. piano at church. And I kind of want to make this circle stand out, so I'm just gonna trace it. I'm gonna draw an outline around it. All right, far from perfect, but if I don't look closely, I kind of like how that pops out now. All right, we did Harmony. Now, let's see what's next. Use an EC glitter gel pen. Okay, so shopping alert. This came from Walmart, and it is an acrylic caddy with a gold handle on it, and I think it looks very Erin Condren. And I brought that out because my glitter gel pens are right here. And these are glitter too, but I'm just going to stick with these. Why don't I write happy birthday on both of these? And this color is Mermaid. That is probably really close to this, so let's use it. And look how chunky. This is really fall. All right, so I'm going to write happy birthday right there. And I don't know if we're going to pick up the glitter sparkle right now, but I can see it. And let's put a whole big chunk of the planner underneath this side. And we have less room, so I'm probably going to do two lines. Happy birthday. There it is. Okay, we used an EC gel pen, and we'll spin the wheel. Something Harmony. Okay, so that's 2. We can do one more Harmony, and then we have to deactivate Harmony from the wheel. Okay, I did a little experiment down here. I'm going to use these Harmony half circles to create just sort of a fun circle-ish border on the edge of the page and then on the edge of Monday. And I will write around these things. And let's see what this looks like. It's different, kind of fun. And I'm sort of overlapping, like where that one ends, I want to start the next one like a little bit before it ends. And hopefully if I'm consistent, it will sort of look like I measured it out that way. So that one ends there, and I can start it here. It's a little too far over. Okay, there we go. It's our artsy, interesting, never did that before, harmony sidebar. And now we're going to deactivate harmony because we've used it twice. And spin the wheel. Use an EC event label. That should be easy. Okay, on these EC event labels, I already tested some new pens that I haven't done a video on yet, but I made some Mom Day stickers with them and I need a third, so I will just go ahead and show you these pens. They are Sharpie, what are they called? Creative markers. They don't bleed through EC paper and they show up on darker things. So, I mean, you have to get a good combination of a color with the right sticker to really make it look good. And I thought those looked good. So we have a peach and a green. Why don't we do we could do a yellow. Let's do a yellow. And I'll show you how I did this. Of course, I did it several weeks ago, so I hope I can do it the same way. That's the same color, but the two different colors looks cute. So we could do maybe a green heart and we could do red. We could do blue. Blue might be neat on that. Blue and how about just a red heart and blue? All right, let's see how this goes. All right, so they don't smell like Sharpie. They don't have a strong smell at all. They look like this. You don't have to prime them. They're just ready to go. But they make pretty big marks. So be ready for that. Okay, perfect. It shows up just right. And then I'm going to write Mom. So see how those letters are going to be big, right? But it really pops. Okay. So we used EC event labels and we had a sneak peek of these Sharpie creative markers, which I'm going to put right back there. And we're going to spin the wheel. Use an EC highlighter. These are my current favorite Erin Condren highlighters. And I just did a little sample of the colors. I want to use this blue. And I'm going to make some lines here, and eventually I will write my memory verse on those lines, and maybe it will tie all of these little circles together. I think that looks pretty cute, and I can write on top of it for my memory verse. All right. Use an EC glitter gel pen. Okay, so that's going to be the second time. We're going to deactivate that one and use the glitter pen one more time. Here's the mermaid again, and I think I'm going to write either a couple of ideas. I could write memory verse right here, or I could write viewer's choice, spin the wheel. Let's do that. Viewer's choice, spin the wheel. There we are. Okay, now let's open it back up. And we removed EC glitter gel pen from the wheel. And let's see what's next. Use an EC stencil. Okay. Here is something that I did recently, and I haven't shown it on camera, but I cut up my EC stencil, the one that comes with the life planner. And I have more than one, so there's some others here somewhere. I cleaned up, so I don't know where I put everything, but here it is. Okay, so I may have not kept all of it, but I kept this, which is this part. I didn't get the arch. I'm not going to need the arch. The habit tracker or the little month thing I kept, and these little flags and circles and teardrops and these checklists. So I thought, because sometimes I have a hard time, like if I wanted to use this stencil right up against this, it just doesn't work. So I thought I should just cut them up. So which one of these are we going to use? Let's use the little flag and put one on each of the birthdays to just mark it up here at the top that it's a special day. And we could outline it with the glitter gel pen, like I still have this sitting here, and then color it in. That might be neat. All right, so we'll find out if this is awkward or good. That worked okay. And then for the birthday, we'll do the same thing. I'm not putting it all the way to the top edge of the paper. Maybe I should, and then I could just not even do that top line. But, okay, I think I should color it in though. So why don't we use the same highlighter that we used there and just go like that. Try not to cause bleed through on the other side. Okay. I'm going to go up and down this time. Oh boy, you're going to see what I did. It did not work out well. Look right there. So maybe I can fix it. I go a little lower. Come back with this. And I'll just color in that bottom little part with glitter. Like that. Oh, it's even better than before. So that's what we call a happy mistake, right? Like Bob Ross. Okay. Just gonna color in the little area between the two bottom lines. Okay, and it kind of looks like we're meant to do it that way. Good. All right. Use an EC highlighter. Okay, it didn't ask me to do it twice, but I have done it twice. I think in the spirit of following the rules, and my husband says I love rules, as I said, I think we should get like a really light highlighter. This is one of the ones that was in the canvas set last year, and it's called Rose Pink. This is Rose Pink. Would Rose Pink look nice highlighting those days of the week? All right, here we go. It's almost better to start highlighting at the right and pull it toward you so you can see where the end of the word is. And I went ahead and highlighted Memorial Day too. And spin again. Something MCC. So that's the second time on Mid-Century Circles. We're going to be babysitting or dog sitting this week, and I need to walk Joopy every day. So why don't I write walk Joopy on 6 of these. 6 of these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Then I'm really happy that we're going to have some nice mild weather this week. And it's always way more fun to walk her when it's not super hot. So let's do something like, I could do it this way. That's kind of fun, y'all. That is kind of fun. I'm going to do it that way. But is that weird right up against this one? I don't know. Should it be like that? I think maybe it should be. Okay, so we're going to do them all with the bottom of the half circle lined up with the bottom of the divider. Okay, there we go. So we have fulfilled our obligation with MCC. Go ahead and just spin. Excuse me. Use an easy event label. Okay, so that's the second time we did the mom stickers. So we're going to do this one more time and then deactivate that one. All right, I do have one piano lesson on Thursday, a summer piano lesson, so let's use one of these. Probably this, because this is the scheme that I've kind of been drawn to with the pens and everything. And this is going to be at 5:30, so I'm just going to put it near the bottom. Done. Deactivate, EC event label, and spin again. Use an EC gel pen. Okay, we haven't had that yet because the wheel has been going to glitter gel pens. So here is an EC gel pen we can use. Why don't we do the memory verse? Because right offhand, I don't know what else I need to write yet. And I do know I'm going to have a memory verse. Since I have not done my June set at Plan With Me, none of the new memory verses are out here, but I know what it is. It's Romans chapter 1, verse 16. For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God for salvation to everyone who believes, to the Jew first and also to the Greek. Okay, that was one time landing on EC gel pen. I really need to land on it at the very end. Okay, use an EC washi tape. So let's go grab one. How about this guy? This is Evolve, which was last year's colorful theme. And it's a thick washi that I have used before, but apparently not in a long time because, there we go. All right, and I believe we checked this out and it was thick enough to cover the bottom area. Oh yeah, plenty thick enough. Let's do that. Let's make this Evolve down here. I'm just going to line it up with the top line right here. And then we're going to trim it with my handy scraper. And do the same thing here since that initial edge was a little bit bumpy. And then we'll put this back here and do the same thing over here. That is so pretty. I love the purple and blue part. All right, I'm going to try to save the whole edge and put it down in the right place. That's not exactly the right place, but it's close enough for me. Okay, and then we're going to line it up like that. I think it's gorgeous. Wow. That's a pretty washi tape. Now that's definitely the most colorful thing on the page so far, don't you think? Spin the wheel. Okay, so what was this? Something Inspire. This is Inspire. So let's just thumb through here and see what we have. Some very pretty things. Some swooshes. These will fit. They're 1.5 inches. Oh goodness, this is what we need to do. We need to plop down a bunch of event labels, maybe these and these. They're beautiful. Okay, so we are going to just plop down a bunch of these. Okay, probably could have done more, but in case we land on Inspire again. Aha, use something Inspire. Okay, let's continue with what we were doing. I kind of like it right up against this because it actually has a little sprinkle of this color going through there. Now Inspire is going to be deactivated. Spin the wheel. something Evolve. Okay. You know what? I don't have the regular Evolve sticker book, but I have the school version that came out with Evolve. So some of these will be too big. Like these are too big. They're for the teacher planner, but I might be able to use something in here. And so I think my first run with Evolve is going to be to use these up here near the top. So I could either make them dip down underneath the Woven Wonder washi like this, which does look good actually. I couldn't do it here and here, but I could do it on all the other days. And I want to pull dark colors from down here up to the top. So already I'm feeling that's more balanced. Okay, there we go. There it is. Evolve. Okay, so what was the other thing I wanted to use? I'm just going to take a look at something to get even more dark stuff up here. Listen, this just says listen. And how skinny is it? I did cut off part of the word listen. Let's just do this again. This listen, listen, listen. You know what? There's really no way to make it perfect. With 1.5 inches in mind, there's no way to make it perfect. So I could have just left that up there. And then let's put another one somewhere else. And somehow I was left with about 1.5 inches there. Let's do another one. Teach, teach, teach. Let's do that. Teach, teach, teach. Okay, we can do this teach here. Okay. And we can do this one here. And this one could go here. I'll just leave the whole thing there. Okay. Because I love the tape. I love the tape. You know what? I need to be working on my wedding scrapbook, and no, it's not done yet. And it is my anniversary. So we're going to call this a scrapbook thing. Okay, yay. Use the EC asterisk runner. Okay, that's the thing I always forget I have, and I bet you forget you have it if you got this surprise box. This is a runner that has little asterisks on it. Let's put one here. There we go. Have more success when I go slowly. Okay, that's pretty cute. Do you guys still have your little asterisk runner? Okay. And then under Mom here, this coil is gonna maybe mess me up. And just thought of another way I could have used this. I could have covered up the dividers with it, but it's too late now. Let's put the little lid on it because it has lasted me without drying out for years. So I want it to still last. Use an EC dual tip marker. Okay, good. Now that is something that would be great really for the end of this video when I'm writing on everything, but let's go grab one. Okay, here's Mermaid in Black. So these will go, and I could write on a lot of these with the black. The washi ones though, these, I cannot write on those with the dual tip marker, it will smear. But I think I can write on all of those, and I could definitely write on the paper. I hope I spin that one again because I need to write. Okay, use an EC stencil. Okay, let's find one more place where we can use a stencil. I'm going to go ahead and deactivate that because this is the second time. Okay, let's switch it up. This one was a surprise box stencil, pretty sure. And I think what I'll do is use these lines and make them come out from where the half circles are so I can write on those if I want to. Okay. Maybe I should start on the right and move my way over. You just have to hold the stencil really still. Oh goodness, that one may have gone up onto the sticker. Yeah, it did, but I'm not going to cry over it. Okay, how's that look? Pretty nifty, right? Spin the wheel. Use a super old AC sticker. Now that is going to be fun. Okay, so this says Classic Edition 2, but it's not all that because I did kind of redo my sticker books at some point. So this is mostly quotes, but let's just see if there's anything in here that we want to use. Like we don't have a focal point up here yet. That might look really cool. The best is yet to come. That's the right size. Okay, so I really love Make Room for Good Things to Begin. I love more than one of them, but let's see if we can make that. This is probably not going to have much sticky on it. I will probably need to add glue, but let's see how this would go. Oh yeah, I like it. Make room for good things to begin. Now if that starts to peel up, I will add some glue. Spin. Use an EC gel pen, so it's time to write more. I think I'm not going to deactivate this one because I think I'm going to need to use it again. Use an EC dual tip marker. Okay, this one is called Iris. So I picked this because there's so much of this kind of bluish purple. So I'm going to write with it here under the filming day, and we're just going to write film, edit, upload. How's that? Because I really do need time for all of that business. It takes much longer than just sitting at the desk and filming. I love patio time in the evening with our coffee. Just checked on my husband a while ago. He's working on the fountain. I told you it's coming along really well, but I don't think we're going to be able to put water in it tonight. We'll probably have to wait till tomorrow for everything to be dry, but he's doing a great job. Use an EC gel pen. I want to save that. How can I save it? How can I save it and not break the rules? How about EC gel pen is the only one that I can save. Can't save the others. Use an EC metallic script, and that means sticker. Okay, so let me go get one. I pulled this out of my Flower Power sticker book, and I'm going to use 2 of these metallic scripts. So let's use a reminder one on Mom's haircut. I'll put it underneath. And then let's use the gold one on the wedding scrapbook. Okay, did it. Asterisk runner again. Okay, where are we going to use that? Let's do what I could have done before, which was to cover up the little divider. Okay, is that enough? So we're finished with that. We'll deactivate it and spin. Use an EC sticky note. Okay, good. Wow. All right, so let's get out some colorful sticky notes. Okay, this is where I keep sticky notes. And these are inspired. They are definitely colorful and they would look good. I could actually put glue under them and use them for event labels if I wanted to. This is a pretty pattern that I don't remember the name of. This is Flower Power. And this is Layers. Layers would look good, but I think so far Inspire looks the best. And then this is that Retro Stripes, I think. That could work. I have two of those. And then this is a teacher one that had like the triangles pattern. Kaleidoscope. Kaleidoscope might work. Actually, this one might look really good. Let's take a look. Now that one would look really good. And then more Kaleidoscope. Here is this Woven Wonder pattern that we had up at the top. And the gold one is a good color. That's a good one. This one is a good one. That's got a little something on it. All of them actually would look good. And then this is called Painted Petals. Really pretty. And then this is another floral design that I don't know the name of. These look so cute. These look like event labels. This is Mid-Century Circles and like watercolor dots. This is a classic. This will look good. I could use this for a checklist on Monday. I like having a checklist on Monday. So I've got two of them there. Oh, and then it's, wow, this one is almost all gone forever. This little one here. That would look really good. I'm just going to leave that out because I know I want it. And then more Mid-Century Circles. Maybe this one. For just a few minutes, I'm going to do a voiceover here because I accidentally turned off my microphone when I went to see the progress that my husband had been making on the fountain outside. And it looks great, by the way. So what I'm going to do at this point, or what I did do, was pull out this little Recollections tape runner to add adhesive to the back of the sticky notes. And it's an old tape runner, so I couldn't get it to work at first, but then it did finally start working. So all you have to do, this is a great trick if you want to have a look of stickers and you don't have stickers, just take these little sticky notes and add adhesive to them, and they basically look like stickers then. So the Mid-Century Circles one went down really pretty, and that is a newer one than the checklist sticker or sticky note. And I was just holding them beside each other so you could see that the checklist one was a little yellowed compared to the newer Mid-Century Circles one, but it's still really cute. And the little flags with asterisks for the checklists and the dotted lines are just really neat. And I think we found out that I have just one of those left. So I was going to put down more sticky notes, and I thought I should wait and spin the wheel first in case I land on sticky notes again. So I set those aside, and then you don't get the sound of the wheel spinning. But sure enough, look what I land on. sticky notes again. So that was perfect. And I went ahead and just filled up the remaining boxes with more sticky notes. Okay, we deactivated sticky notes. So use an EC list marker. These are basically a stamp on one side and a black felt tip pen on the other side. So I am going to carefully do these, and I know my squares are not going to be perfect. They're just not going to be, but they can be semi-perfect. And the Lagoon color looks really good. It is a great match for Mermaid, which was the glitter gel pen that I wrote with a while ago. And also the Mermaid dual tip pen that I wrote with a while ago underneath the Mom Days. And then the apricot one is not quite as inky, but I'm going to use it on the white backed sticky notes. So this mid-century circle one, and I didn't quite make those straight, but they're okay. And then after this one, just 3 check boxes, I'm going to go over to Wednesday and put 3 check boxes on the Inspire white background sticky note. And that's really all the checklist that I need to make. So if I spin the wheel again and get the list markers, I feel like I should be allowed to use the other side, the black side of it. Okay. And sure enough, I spun this again. So I'm going to use the black side and just write . Let's spin again. An EC metallic script, that will be easy. How about a celebrate sticker? How about we just celebrate life, you guys? We'll put it right here. Okay, so we have to quit this at some point because this is really getting full, right? Use an EC gel pen. Okay, that is really what I was hoping for at the end of this video, but I've already done my writing with the checklist marker, so we're going to deactivate that. And oh, we can't deactivate it because we only have one other thing, which is use a super old EC sticker. We'll try to do that. I have a meeting on the 30th, and this is a super old EC sticker. There's not going to be room for it. What am I going to do? Put it right here? We don't want to cover up Andy's name. Let's put it like this. Meeting, and it's at 10 o'clock. Okay, there we go. That was a super old sticker. We're going to stop with that because it's full. It's more than full. And this was super fun, and it has turned out to be super colorful as well. Here's a slow motion flyover for you so you can see everything up close. And some might call this a busy spread. I would call it a busy spread, but it really is fun, and it's colorful and cheerful. And it's nice to see some of my old stickers and sticky notes mingled together into one spread. What I like to do at the end of my weekly plan with me is say a prayer for the upcoming week, and this is the last time I'm going to pray this prayer, which is one that I wrote for the month of May, and I invite you to join me if you would like to. Hello, Father. Thank you for accepting us as your own children and allowing us the privilege of living our lives with you in our hearts. Make our hearts a beautiful dwelling place for you, Lord. Help us to have eyes to see the truth that no matter how many so-called good things we may have done, we are still only sinners in need of a Savior. You sought us and bought us with the pure, redeeming blood of Jesus. We thank you and acknowledge our need of him. Guide our steps this month and show us how to glorify you in all that we do. May your love shine through the darkness around us. May your peace bring calm and order to the hurried pace of this world. May your healing care tend to the broken hearts and bodies of those who suffer through either of these. Train us to look beyond this world for our hope and our future. And while we live the life that we have right now, remind us that the tasks we do and the words we speak matter. We are to do and say what is pleasing to our Father as his beloved children. Help us to disdain stubborn behavior that seeks to please only ourselves and instead love subordination to the most loving of all masters. For in submission to your will, we are rich in the truest and most beautiful sense. No matter where we are in our journey through this life, meet us here and help us to know you more. In Jesus' name, amen. Well, friends, that's going to do it for this really fun Spin the Wheel Plan with Me, which was viewer's choice for the month of May. I'm not going to have a viewer's choice in June. It will be 4 weeks of plans with various sticker kits, and I'll be setting up the month of June next. That should be my next video that goes up on my channel. And I thank you for watching this with me. Let me know if you thought Spin the Wheel was a fun way to do this plan with me. And also let me know suggestions for how I could make it better with the choices on the wheel, or maybe how I go about using it. So I love to hear your ideas. Thank you to the members of Plan Sarah Plans Planner Circle on Facebook for voting, because this was really fun and I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.